Armada Kickoff is brought to you by Community First Credit Union, Winn-Dixie, Baptist Health, Bowden Eye and Associates, Brumos Automotive, and Coastal Spine and Pain Center.
Hello and welcome into another installment of Armada Kickoff. It's been a busy week already for the Armada, and we have the very latest on the coaching additions to the staff.
We'll also get up close and personal with one Armada star whose family has been living in a country in the hot zone of Ebola. Plus, a look at the team who won the Soccer Bowl last year, San Antonio Scorpion.
But we start with a significant change in the coaching staff of the Armada. The Armada has added some serious coaching firepower. Guillermo Hoyos has joined Jose Luis Villarreal as co-head coach of the Armada. Hoyos and Villarreal have been friends for 27 years, going back to their time in Argentina. Hoyos was a mentor to a young man you might have heard of by the name of Lionel Messi, and he has a reputation of being an excellent developer of young talent and a very passionate and intense coach. Together, Villarreal and Hoyos bring a combined 67 years of professional playing and coaching experience to Jacksonville.
The Armada also added 3 experienced assistant coaches from 3 powerful soccer countries to its coaching staff: Colombian Edison Ibarra, Venezuelan Rafa Perez Nino, and Argentinian Sebastian Fabres. They have all been out this week in the trainings.
Sometimes sports can be a way out. For some, it can also be a shield against life's dangers. Armada striker Keita comes from Guinea, where nearly 2,000 lives have been lost to Ebola. As Krissty found out, Keita has used his substantial talent for soccer to help keep his family safe from the deadly disease.
A topic that's on everyone's mind. In his native Guinea, a threat of Ebola is ever present. While some parts of Guinea have no escape from the disease, Keita has been able to keep his family one step ahead.
I have my big brother there, my mom, but they are doing good. There's no problem because, as a security situation, I have everything, in good position. So for that, I don't have problem. Almost 4 years, I didn't go back there. But every time, even when I was coming this morning for training, I spoke with my mom. So they are all doing good. So for that side, everything's safe,
After playing in Europe for the majority of his soccer career, Keita decided to make the big move to play here in the United States for the first time ever.
It's a new challenge, for me to come this side and see how things go on. But I'm very excited and very happy to be part of the club here because it's a new club, and we are, determined to do everything good that we can, our history, or whatsoever. So I'm very excited to be here.
As a forward, Keita joins Jamal Johnson and Marcos Flores out on the pitch, where each one brings professional playing experience.
No, that's very important because as a football player, you have to get competitive. If you don't have nobody with you, then you don't gonna work hard because you will be like, yeah, okay, I'm alone. So, but if you have somebody, a partner doing the same as you can, you have to work very hard, to get the position. So for me, that is, is a good challenge. So I'm okay with that.
And another challenge that Keita and the team faces, the new co-head coach Guillermo Hoyos joined the Armada this past week.
No, that's going good. I like that because for me, no pain, no gain. 3 hours, 4 hours is not a problem. We have one time, so this is no problem, the pressure whatsoever. He's doing good because, we have some guys that you have to keep talking to. So, yeah, for me, it don't bother me because, I know what I'm here for. So the other guys will have to keep, working hard. So he's here to do the best he can, and we too have to, do it together. So for him, he's doing, the best. For me, everything is good.
Keita will be on the pitch for the Armada when the team faces the Philadelphia Union of the MLS a week from tomorrow at Everbank Field. Kickoff's been moved from 5 till 5:30 to ensure it will be dark enough at halftime for a fireworks and laser light show that's presented by Community First Credit Union. Before the match, there's a pregame party that features live music by the band Be Easy and iHeartRadio personalities T-Roy and DJ EL, a family fun zone with lawn games and inflatables, a United States Marine color guard, and the coin toss by U.S. Navy Rear Admiral George W. Balance, commander of U.S. Naval Forces Southern Command and U.S. 4th Fleet. Going to be a big night.
With only 8 days left till the match, Cole caught up with GM Dario Sala, who continues to build the roster in advance of the inaugural season.
Let's talk about how the roster is coming together. You're adding players, more guys coming in. You're starting to see this thing kind of take shape.
Yes, this is the final stage of our process. I remember 3-4 months ago we were, and by this month we're gonna be in the tryout. We're gonna be working with the developmental squad, and then we're gonna start to sign players. This is the final stage when we're going to have a full roster ready to compete. Still 2-3 weeks from now, we're going to see the best shape, and especially the concept that the coaches have to. So that's the reason we're training today 3 hours. Normally it's 1 hour and a half, 2 hours. And the practice are going to be longer for the next 2 weeks, as they have to understand the concept.
How is this two-coach thing going to work?
I think it's going to be perfect, make our coaching staff stronger. And there are many models around the world that are successful. And having Jose and Guillermo being friends for almost 3 decades and share the same philosophy, and they always wanted to work together. I think this project is the perfect model for them.
They have different personalities. They'll serve different roles a little. They play different roles here?
Yes, we're going to have kind of like bad cop and good cop. Guillermo is more of a bad cop, and Jose, as you know, we know Jose for a long time here. He's the kind of guy that is going to be playing the role of the good cop with the players. But I think it's a good mix. It's a good mix. You always have to have that different personalities, and as you can see today in practice, it was very defined, the roles. We expect the level of playing will be 5 to 6 points over the 10 that we need to be on April 4. We understand that this is going to be the first game in front of our fans, so we want to play attacking possession. We want to show those, at least show in little parts of the game, the hand of the coaches.
For the past month, Real Madrid Foundation and Armada have held youth soccer clinics around Jacksonville. These clinics ran weekly with children ages 6 to 17 as they had the chance to train with Real Madrid Foundation coaches. Caitlin Bassett was among the Armada staff working the clinics.
The kids are in love with the clinics. They're experiencing a high level and high intensity from these coaches. You know, these coaches grew up in Madrid and over in Real Madrid. And so they're really teaching the kids a different aspect of the soccer. You know, over here we teach our kids one thing, over there they teach one thing. So as much as the kids are learning from, the coaches are also learning. But I think they're put into a different scenario or a different type of level of play than, you'd get at a club soccer or just a kick around with some kids. So I think the kids are getting to know other players, because these clinics, the kids are coming from different clubs, JFC, Arlington, JYFC, and they're being thrown into a situation where they don't know anybody, they don't know the coaches. The coaches speak a little bit of English. They speak English, but very little, and the kids are adapting very well, as well as practicing at a high level and high intensity. We've actually had multiple kids come for 2 or even 3 weeks out of the 4 weeks this January. I am happy to see the kids come on a Monday and leave on a Friday, and their development, whether they see it or not. The kids are learning subliminal messages from the coaches, whether it's not just the direct skills or your touches on the ball. The kids are learning simple drills like a hand tossing game that'll get them to see their surroundings and understand, who's around them, or get them to look up, like field presence. And so the kids are learning things, whether it's subliminal or direct skills and foot skills. Most of the kids that come to these clinics, their parents stay. And as I mentioned before, their parents and them come from different clubs. So they're getting to talk about where they're coming from, what level of play is coming from the clubs, as well as relating back to me how happy they are about these clinics and how well they've been ran and how enjoyable they are for the kids. But at the same time, every single one of them comes to me saying they're so excited for our February 7th game with the Armada, and they're just so happy that soccer's back here in Jacksonville. It's been a blast. I love seeing the kids. Some of the kids will show up in Real Madrid jerseys and everything, and actually this last Monday we had some kids show up in a replica Armada FC jersey, and I was just smiling from ear to ear. It was great to see that out in the community.
And as a reminder, tickets for that match between the Armada and the Philadelphia Union are on sale now from just $14 per ticket. Family 4-packs are available for as low as $48. That also includes a $10 concession gift card. Plus, if you are a season ticket owner or have a half-pack, you already have tickets to this match at Everbank Field a week from tomorrow. Call 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com.
Coming up, we'll take a look at corner kicks in Bob's boot room as Bob Veal joins us, and that's next on Armada Kickoff.
Armada season tickets are on sale now. You can get them for as low as $10 per match and choose from 16 or 20 match packages. You can take advantage of an interest-free payment plan, and if you order by Monday, you can take full advantage of all the benefits of season ticket ownership. Call 844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com. Each week, we examine one of the NASL opponents that the Armada will be facing in 2015, and this week, we look at the defending champions San Antonio Scorpions. The Scorpions topped the Fort Lauderdale Strikers in the championship in November with a 2-1 victory. It's the Scorpions' first title in the North American Soccer League in just their 3rd season in the league. The club is set up a little differently than most. All net profits from the club's operations go to funding Morgan's Wonderland, a special needs theme park named for the daughter of the club's owner that's located near the Scorpions' home field. Since the founding of the Armada, the club is focused on connecting with the community. In fact, it's more than that. The club is not just connected with the community, they're really of the community. For example, several players made an appearance at Intuition Ale Works at a fundraiser for Wolfson Children's Hospital. The club supporters group, Section 904, was out in force, celebrating the signing of forward Marcos Flores, working on chants and banging the drums. They'll be ready for next Saturday, and so will Bob Veal, who Krissty now joins in the boot room.
Thanks, Cole. Bob, last week we spoke formation. Let's talk a little bit about corner kicks and what the different types of corner kicks may look like out on the field.
Yes, we can do that. Let's start, first of all, with the corner circle and the flag being here. This is not in proportion to the rest of the field, but it's where we want to illustrate it. First of all, wherever you place the ball on this line, it must be part of the ball touching the line. So if we put the ball here and just touch that line, that's perfectly legal. Or we can bring it anywhere along this line. Let's talk about, first of all, the left foot kick for the corner kick. So we've got a left-footed guy going to take the kick in. Now, left-footed, he just start out here, place the ball anywhere here so he can clear the corner flag. And he'll come in and he'll kick it in, and this will be the in-swinging ball. So it swings out and then in for the offense to attack that ball as it comes in. Now, if we place it in here and we have a right-footed corner, so the right-footed player comes in, he kicks it. Now, invariably, he'll play the out-swinger, again, for our offense to come in. So, how do we defend these two? First of all, we have a defender right on the goal line and one here, right? And then your other defenders pick up players. And it's very essential that when they pick up a player, they close him down and do not give him time to get to the ball. Or as soon as he gets to it, he must be tackled. So remember that you've got offensive players running in, coming from all directions. Now the other corners we can kick is straight in hard to the near post, where we have one of our attackers here, and he heads the ball backwards into the goal, into the 6-yard box, and we have people running in to score on that. So, and in the NSL this year.
Something that we saw last season.
Yeah, we did a number of times. A number of teams that played this high ball, left-footed again, played this high ball out here, so that we then had
the midfield
guy running in there, controlling it, and hitting it for the goal. Now, the problem with this is if he doesn't control it right, or if one of the defenders coming out fast sees it, picks the ball up, and then they break away, because here we've got most of our offensive players. And remember that we always bring up from the back, making a run into the circle is the big centre half. The tall guy can head the ball well. Chelsea do this really well with John Terry. He scored a lot of goals from corners. And that way, then we place the ball, again, high, left-footed corner kick into this area for John Terry to run in, or a midfield defender in and bang the ball into the net. Very hard to defend somebody running in late, because you've got your guys covered here. Who leaves their man and picks him up? And somebody has to make that choice.
Right. Well, hopefully we see this out on February 7th against the Philadelphia Union with the Armada. But we'll talk next week.
Hopefully we can score some goals.
Yeah, hopefully. Cole?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Straight ahead, it's our Analysts Roundtable. Andy Kidd and Mauricio Ruiz join the discussion on the upcoming season and the U.S. men's team beginning to take the next step. Stick around. More to come right here on Armada Kickoff.
The Armada Social Rewards program benefits all users on social media. Visit armadasocialrewards.com, create an account, and start earning rewards. Just mention the Armada using your social media, you'll get tokens and win prizes. Simple enough, right? Well, each week we'll pick a random winner and prize. This week's prize is a Nike replica white jersey, and the winner is Daryl Jones. Congratulations. Thanks for keeping up with the Armada via social rewards, and take a look at your email to get your prize. And now let's head over to Cole in the round table.
All right, thank you, guys. Well, time now for our Analyst Roundtable. We're joined by Andy Kidd and Mauricio Ruiz. Let's talk about the Armada here and the attack that we're seeing develop. Jamal Johnson from the Premier League, former Premier League striker, just recently signed Marcos Flores late last week, former Australian A-League Player of the Year. And now with Keita, who we met earlier, Guinea national team, there's some real firepower up front. Can the Armada be a dominant attacking team in the NASL?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what the organization is trying to do. Right? I mean, we keep talking about the type of coaches that we're bringing in, the players that we're bringing in. It's all good and fun to have an attractive style of tactics, but you need the players for it. And I think with these 3 signings that we've shown, that we're going to be an attacking style team and try to dominate the league with goals.
Andy, last week you said you expected in general terms, usually you would see the defense be ahead of the attack. With these 3 guys, you talk about 29, and 31 years of age. They're experienced. They have produced. Might we see the attack come along a little quicker than expected?
I think so. Now seeing these signings and what Dario Sala and those guys have done, our management has done bringing in these guys. These guys have proven track records for scoring goals at a high level, and they're coming in right away. The Armada not easing into the NASL. They're coming in with firepower, and we could see some big goals, high-scoring games early on.
A week from tomorrow, it all gets going.
Yep.
Armada against Philadelphia Union. Union say they're going to play their starters into the second half. Is this good for the Armada?
I think it's excellent. You get to evaluate your talent against the top tier of another team, of an MLS team. I think from a coaching staff standpoint, that's what you want. You don't want to see your reserves or your first team against their reserves. You want to see against the top talent. I mean, there's a reason why in preseason football games, the fans fall in love with the backup quarterback because he's usually going against the backups. So from a coaching standpoint, I think it's excellent. And, you know, the score isn't a huge issue in this game, so if you can get your reserves against their first teamers and your starters against their first teamers, you have a great chance to evaluate it.
I think what the Union is saying here with playing their starters for more than half is that they're ready to push fitness, they're ready to push mistakes, how to get back into halftime and reorganize your team. So for the Armada, as far as the test goes, they're going to get a team that is going to be ready, and they're not going to come into preseason mode. I mean, they're only going to be a couple weeks away. Their Armada is going to be over a month away from the start of the season, but the Union is only going to be a couple weeks away. So this is one of their last tests to see how far can we go from a fitness standpoint and chemistry with the number 1 guys. Yeah.
One of the other interesting things we're seeing in the world of soccer right now is with the U.S. men's national team. They played Chile on Wednesday, and there's been a lot of talk about Jurgen Klinsmann playing with the formation and 3-5-2 instead of a 4-3-2-1, whatever they worked in the World Cup when Altidore was in and when he wasn't. But now Jermaine Jones is a center back. Is this a good idea to go 3-5-2?
I think if you're going to try it, now's the time. You know, we haven't had great results recently with the men's national team, the senior men's national team. So if there is a time to do it, it's right now. I just hope they have the patience, to not pull it after the first game if for some reason it doesn't go well. You really takes time to adjust to a new formation. You're a coach at a Division I level, you would know.
Well, I think what Klinsmann has shown to us in his past 6 years, 4 or 5 years that he's been with us, he doesn't really care what we think. He's a coach. He's prepared 2 different World Cup teams. He's preparing now for a 3rd World Cup. So he knows that this is time to try, to err, and to figure out who's the right chemistry. And what you have now, it's an Olympic cycle as well. So now you're not only preparing for the World Cup in Russia in 18, but you're also preparing for the Olympics in Rio in 16. So it's a bit of a mix between, is he trying something new for the World Cup in 18, or is he trying to get a mix of and mash of players, young talent, still now pulling your Jermaine Jones with one of your leads into a back role, playing as a one of the threes. That's probably a little bit new. But if it just doesn't work, he's gonna try something new, and it's gonna be fun.
We're gonna keep a close eye on the U.S. men's national team for sure, and of course the Armada as they get ready for the Philadelphia Union on February 7th. Andy Kidd, Mauricio Ruiz, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, stick around. More on Armada Kickoff straight ahead.
If you want to join the fleet but not really ready for a full season ticket, there's an option for you. Check out our spring season half packs. Tickets on the half pack start at just $12 per match and include the matches against the Philadelphia Union and 5 home matches. Call 1-844-2-ARMADA or online at armadafc.com.
Well, it's hard to imagine, but we are nearly there. Krissty, just 8 days away from the Armada match.
I can't believe we're in single digits.
Yeah, we are, and it's been so much build-up. We talked about the change in terms of the coaches. There's a lot of intensity out of training this week. Taking a look at what the team is doing to get ready, you know that they really sense they're getting very close.
They're getting very close, and they're so excited to start, as the coaches are, as the fans are, as the staff is. I think it's going to be a great match.
As the broadcasters are. We're ready for it, and we are looking forward to next week, a week from tomorrow. It'll be the Armada against the Philadelphia Union at Everbank Field. Again, 5:30 kickoff. That will make for a great opportunity at halftime for that fireworks and laser light show. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Cole Pepper.
I'm Krissty Andaur. We'll see you next week.
Armada Kickoff is brought to you by Community First Credit Union, Winn-Dixie, Baptist Health, Bowden Eye & Associates, Brumos Automotive, and Coastal Spine and Pain Center.